Hello, curl friends and guys. Welcome back to my channel, The Silver Crown. If this is your first time coming by, thank you so much for coming by, and I hope you will subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. And for those of you that have been tracking with me all this time, not very long, thank you for hanging in there with me. I really appreciate it. I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things today. Number one, to show off my hairstyle, which I did before. And this is just really simple. It's just two twists that I put in my hair. I just twisted it all the way back like that. So in case some of you were freaking out thinking, oh my God, she cut her hair. No, I didn't. I just twisted it back and got it out of the way because I've been doing a lot of work in my garden and trying to raise some little baby chicks and all this kind of stuff. And I did not have time to keep twisting my hair. Plus it was drying out there in the sun, working in the garden and all that. And that's what I want to talk to you about today is chronic dryness, dealing with that. So hang on and I will get right back to you. So if you've been natural for very long, or even if you're just thinking about going natural, you might be faced with some challenges that you may not have had to deal with before, depending on your hair type. Most of us have dry hair. It's just kind of the nature of our hair if you have afro type hair. So dealing with dryness can be a real challenge, especially if you're living in an environment in the country or out of the country where it's very dry and arid, like Arizona or Nevada or Oklahoma, which is where I am, or places like that. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about dealing with chronic dryness and what I do. Our temperatures here can get up to 110. Sometimes it's rare, 115. It might stay that way for a week or so. Not like Arizona or Nevada, where it can be like that as a norm through the summer every day. But nevertheless, you know, we have naturals that live all over the world and all over this country. And so they're dealing with different environmental factors that impact the health of our hair. So one of the things that you can do is, first of all, you have to get to know your hair. What does it need? What does it want? And how do you get that stuff? And how often should you do it? And all these kinds of things. So I'm not going to cover all of that today, but I did want to clear up a couple of myths. Number one, oil is not a moisturizer. Oil is oil. I can prove to you that oil is not a moisturizer because if you put oil in water, they will separate. Okay, so when you put oil on your hair, it does not moisturize. It will make your hair oily, but it will not add any moisture to your hair. Moisture comes from liquid water. That's what it comes from. Humidity, water. That's what moisturizes your hair. Now, can you put so much water on your hair that your hair dries out? You most certainly can. Dealing with chemicals in the water and all kinds of stuff like that, your hair can dry out if you just keep spraying it and spraying it and spraying it. I remember seeing a YouTuber talk one time about, I'm tired of walking around with this spray bottle. Well, one of the key things to do when you do moisturize your hair is to seal in the liquid. So it's not how much you moisturize, it's how long you can retain the moisture in your hair, which helps to fight chronic dryness. So one of the ways to determine, well, not to determine, but you have to determine which method is the proper method for your hair type. In other words, some people use the LOC method, which would be liquid, oil, and cream. Or some people use the LCO method, which is liquid, cream, and oil. It just depends on your hair and how much dryness you fight on a regular basis. So with me, I use the liquid oil cream method, I think. Anyway, I'll just tell you what I do. So when I wash my hair and I rinse it, deep condition it, rinse it again, then I put on a heavy cream. Yeah, then I use a heavy cream. Like I'll use a, a, a cream that's thick because I want to keep I want to keep the liquid in. Keep it in. So anyway, so I'll do that. And then on top of that, then I make my own butter mixture that has oil in it. So I'll have shea butter mixed with almond oil and castor oil or some other oil, avocado oil that I mix myself, and I make it in jars like this. I use that on my hair on top of the leave-in, the heavy leave-in cream conditioner. So I do the LCO method, and that helps to maintain moisture in my hair. If I don't do that, my hair will just dry right out. And so if you're trying one method and it's not working for you, then try the other way. What I don't do, and I tried this one time, was after I washed my hair and deep conditioned it, I tried putting oil on my hair, then cream, and then something else, and it was greasy. My hair was just greasy. And I didn't even use a lot of oil, but it didn't work. It just didn't work. It seemed to me like what it did was when I put the oil on, it just sloshed, the water, the little bit of water that was in my hair, it separated. Just like I said, oil and water will separate. So it separated, and the water ended up going to the bottom of my hair, and it just, anyway. So that did not work for me. So, before I came on to do this video, I just lightly sprayed my hair with a leave-in conditioner with a little bit of water that I had mixed in a spray bottle. And I just sprayed my hair just to make it damp, not to make it wet. And then I just put a little bit of shea butter on my hands, stroked it through like that, used the praying hand method, and gave it a twist. So my hair will dry, but it won't dry out. The other thing is to make sure that you're doing it often enough. Now, if you do it too much, like I said, depending on the area that you live in and the type of water that you have, it can dry your hair out. I try to moisturize my hair twice a week. My hair is usually in twists, like I said, but I've been busy doing other stuff and I didn't have time to put all the twist in my hair. So I just did these two things, which is I'll probably do my hair a lot like this summer. Easy hairstyle, a lot less manipulation, especially when you're dealing with chronic dryness. You don't want to handle your hair a lot because it'll just keep snapping and breaking. So that's what I do. Let me know in the comment section below what you do to fight chronic dryness, because it might be able to help some of our other girlfriends and guys on this channel that are dealing with that, especially those that are new to the natural hair community, of what to do with their hair or how to deal with that, because it can be very discouraging if you see your hair snapping and breaking all the time and you don't know what's causing it or what to do about it. Another thing is to make sure you are taking in enough water. Hydration is very important. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. If I don't drink enough water, it shows in my hair. You need to take in lots of fruits and vegetables. Maybe this was not something that you did before when you were using relaxers and a lot of wigs and things like that. But if you want your hair to be healthy, you're going to have to incorporate that into your diet. You can't just be a meat eater. You need the leafy greens, you need the fruits, you need that stuff. So because it just adds nutrients to your hair, not just your hair, but your overall health. So anyhow, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. I did a video about this a while ago. If I can find it, I will leave the link in the comment section below. But please share with us your story about dryness and what you do to combat dryness, what's working for you, and maybe it can help someone else on the channel. Anyhow, I'm glad you stopped by. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Keep it natural.